Because the other thing is like on top of toilet paper, condoms. Condoms are everywhere, left, right, center. You get them for free. But yet, the tampons and the pads is where we draw the line.
That's where it's too much.
That's where we're like, but that one, no, that's a luxury item.
No.
Yeah.
No, I think we should, in public spaces, pads should be affordable for everyone, considering how, especially because of how it is. Like, if you're bleeding unexpectedly, that's a very difficult thing to navigate throughout your day.
Exercise.
Yeah.
Guess how much the average person who menstruates spends on period products in their life? Put it in the comments.
Hello, Globies. Welcome to the World Health Investigation Podcast. My name is Jocelyn.
I'm Edna. We are young global health professionals and your hosts for the World Health Investigation Podcast.
Also known as the WHI. We will be discussing all things global health, unpacking the most controversial health and social issues,
as well as promoting new wave global health development and equity.
Now, on to the juiciest part of the episode. First of all, I love your hair. Let me just say that.
And I love yours. But Globies, picture this. You're 12 years old. It's a completely normal day at school, or at least it starts that way. You're sitting in class, maybe a little distracted, and then suddenly something feels off. You go to the bathroom and there it is, blood.
Ooh, and there's the thing. No one told you this was coming, like at all. No explanation, no heads up, nothing. So in that moment, you're not thinking, oh, this is biology. You're thinking, oh, am I sick?
That's basically the reality for a lot of girls. In some places, nearly 2/3 of girls have no idea what's happening when they first get their period, which is crazy.
That's crazy. So now imagine you go home and instead of reassurance, you're handed an old cloth, maybe cut up from old clothes, and told, use this. That's your period product for the next few years.
And then you try to go back to school, but there's no proper toilet, there's no bin, there's no privacy, the cloth is slipping, there's leakage. And you're just afraid of going to school now because of all the embarrassment, so you just go home.
And that becomes a pattern. You start missing school, sports, life. Not because you're lazy or uninterested, but because your body is doing something completely natural.
This story, it could be from anywhere. Malawi, Bangladesh, even here in the UK.
And that's the bit people don't expect. Period poverty is not just over there. It's a lot closer than we think.
And so, Globies, this week we'll be asking, why does half the population basically have a monthly subscription they didn't choose and still have to pay for?
Sister girl. I want to know.
I didn't sign the contract.
We didn't sign up for this.
I did actually not sign up.
I did not sign up for this.
Not at all.
We need to do better.
So, Globies, did you know that on any given day, more than 300 million people are menstruating worldwide?
And nearly 500 million people don't have access to proper period products or safe facilities to manage their periods.
That's not a small gap, y'all. That's 500 million people navigating something so basic and natural without the tools to do it safely, comfortably, or with dignity.
And in a way, we've reduced this whole issue to just pads and tampons. But period poverty is actually about way more than that.
Right. It's about toilets, water, privacy, education, and again, dignity.
And when those things aren't there, the consequences are quite serious. Girls miss school or drop out completely.
And then that sets off this chain reaction. Less education, fewer job opportunities, lower income, and sometimes even early marriage.
So basically, something that lasts a few days every month ends up shaping someone's entire life trajectory.
Which is so crazy. And now on to the thing that I'm curious about, the money aspect of all this. Okay? Because honestly, I think when you realize it, it feels a little outrageous.
It does.
So Globies, I want you to do a little exercise.
Yeah.
Guess how much the average person who menstruates spends on period products in their lifetime. Put it in the comments quickly.
And in the UK, the average person spends around £4,800 on period products over their lifetime.
I beg your pardon?
£4,800 for something you didn't even choose. In this economy, do you know how many holidays that could be?
In this economy?
And guys, that's in a country where products are relatively accessible, in the UK. Now imagine living somewhere where a pack of pad costs more than maybe your daily wage.
Oof. So, in that case, you're choosing between food or period products, which is really not a choice.
And then there's the tampon tax. Basically, menstrual products have historically been taxed as non essential.
Which is crazy, considering things like erectile dysfunction medication or golf memberships have been tax exempt in some places.
So let me get this straight. Yeah. If it helps men relax or function, tax exempt. But if it's something women physically can't opt out of, it's a luxury item. Can somebody make it make sense?
Girl, we're tired.
I'm tired.
And the thing is, this has real consequences. In the United Kingdom, about 1 in 10 women and people who menstruate struggle to afford period products in the last year. That's a survey from YouGov in over 2,000 adults.
1 in 10 in the UK. So that's just a reminder to you all out there that this is not some issue that's just out there in Africa or Asia in the rural areas.
And when people can't afford products, they're forced into risky alternatives. Some reported wearing tampons for longer than recommended, which can be dangerous. Or over quarters said they used things like tissues or cotton wool. Some even used paper or newspaper.
Newspaper. That's not a choice. That's what happens when systems don't show up.
And it doesn't stop there. About 22% of those struggling said they actually stayed at home during their period. So period poverty isn't just about products. It's literally excluding people from daily life.
And when you look at why people are having to prioritize food instead of energy, like that's not even really a choice.
And then you've got the policy side of it, like tampon tax. One of the reasons it exists in some places is that removing it means governments lose revenue. For example, cutting tax on menstrual products in California is estimated to reduce revenue by about $55 million a year. And in New York, it's around $14 million.
So basically, periods are being taxed because governments don't want to lose money.
And even when that tax is removed, it doesn't fix everything. Because the cost of periods isn't just the products. It's pain relief, it's extra supplies, it's the ongoing monthly expense.
So this isn't just about buying tampons. It's a whole system where something completely unavoidable becomes a recurring cost.
Yeah.
And when people can afford it, they're the ones paying the price in their health and their daily lives.
Are we not tired?
The struggle just continues.
You see every day.
It's every day. I mean, how many millions every day?
How many millions? Okay, so people often say, why don't we just give everyone menstrual cups or reusable pads?
You know, and on paper, I think that sounds like a reasonable idea. They're
Right.
cheaper, better for the environment, all of that. Good stuff.
But in reality, it doesn't always work.
For example, reusable products need water, soap, and a private place to wash and dry them.
And globally, about 1.25 billion people don't even have access to safe private toilets.
So, in that situation, a reusable pad may not always be a solution. It may just be another problem.
And there are also cultural factors. In some communities, menstrual cups are viewed with suspicion because you have to insert them into your vagina or just not accepted.
And then you've got humanitarian settings, conflict zones, refugee camps, where honestly, even basic sanitation is missing.
So, period poverty isn't just about access or affordability. It's access, affordability, infrastructure, education, and social norms all together.
So now, let's talk about something we don't talk about, literally.
Periods are one of the most normal biological processes. Yet, we've created over 5,000 euphemisms to avoid saying the word.
Which is crazy. Ant flow, shark week, strawberry week. And honestly, I really feel like some of these sound like Netflix shows.
Honestly.
Strawberry week?
And in a way, it's funny because it also shows how uncomfortable we are with something completely natural.
That discomfort, though, has real consequences. It leads to misinformation, like thinking periods are impure or that girls shouldn't go to school, places of worship, or touch certain things.
Preach, my sister. Or that periods are something you need to keep hidden and you shouldn't talk about it at all, which just keeps the cycle going.
Yeah. So I feel like this is a good place for us to pause because before we move on, I just wanted to ask a few questions, put them
Okay.
out there. Also get Justin's thoughts on some things.
Okay, girl.
So first question is, what was your experience of your first period, and do you remember what like sort of messaging you first received?
Ooh, girl, you put me on the spot. My first period, was I 11? I think I was still quite young.
young,
yeah. I just remember my auntie, shout out to her. She told me, "Yeah, you're a big woman now. You're a grown girl now. Make sure that you clean up and you change your pads 3 times a day.
Okay.
You're ready to be pregnant right now, so you can't get pregnant." So she's
What
like,
do you mean you're ready?
she said you can produce a child
Yeah.
at this time of your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, and my mom just told me, make sure that you just stay away from boys and don't get pregnant.
Yeah.
And make sure no one sees your underwear.
Okay, fair.
And never let anyone see your underwear. That's what she
Ever.
told me.
Ever. Guys. Don't let anyone see it.
No, and she told me never let anyone see your anus as well.
Wow.
Just
Shout out to Auntie.
that's my mom.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
How about you?
No one told me about the anuses, to be honest.
Oh.
I just remember, I think I had that experience of like, I had no idea about periods. I think I was also around like 10, 11 when I first got mine. And so I remember when I got it, I thought I was sick.
Oh, no.
I thought I had done something wrong. I was like, did I cut myself somewhere? I was like, what happened? And then like when I got home, I was just like even a little scared. I was like, who do I even go to? Because my mom wasn't home yet. So I was like, guys, so this happened. And then at least the aunties that were there, they were just kind of like, oh yeah, it happens to everyone.
Been so terrifying.
It was terrifying.
Oh, because because I was in boarding school.
Yeah.
And I was surrounded by the big girls.
Mm.
And so I was waiting for my period. I was like, I want to be a woman too, so I can walk around like, yeah, respect me too.
Okay.
So when it came to it, I was like, yeah, finally, but I didn't know it would be this painful.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, I also did then get the talk of like, okay, change it 3 times a day. This is what you do. I remember afterwards around that age, we did have like people come to our school then after asking like, okay, girls, like, if you're in a sticky situation and you don't have a pad, use toilet paper,
Okay.
So it came after though, the talk, but before then, no idea, bro.
Right.
It was just a shock. I just said, how am I expected to live like this? Well, I didn't know people were going through this.
You must have thought you were dying.
I thought I was about to die. I was like, I have no idea what just happened right now.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Funny enough, in fact, even before that, I had found out in primary school for the first time about like periods, and I came home telling my mom, like, Mom, you get blood coming out of your vagina every month. She was bursting out laughing.
Right.
It's like, what else do you know, huh?
What else do you know? Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, do you think then, how do you feel about having to pay for, period products every month?
You know
do
what?
Do you feel it's fair?
Girl, you know where I stand.
I just wanted to ask.
You know, first of all, yeah. Why is toilet paper free? And periods we can't. Pads. We cannot afford them. That's something I just don't understand. I think pads should be free.
Yep.
I think it's a very natural thing. It affects half of the population of the world, by the way. So it just to me sounds ridiculous that we still to this day in 2026 do not have free affordable pads for every woman. Or woman or person that bleeds.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because the other thing is like on top of toilet paper, condoms. Condoms are everywhere, left, right, center. You can get them for free.
Oh.
But yet, the tampons and the pads is where we draw the line.
That's why it's too much.
That's where we're like, but that one, no, that's a luxury item.
No.
Yeah.
No, I think we should, in public spaces, pads should be affordable for everyone, considering how, especially because of how it is. Like, if you're bleeding unexpectedly, that's a very difficult thing to navigate throughout your day.
I think so too. And again, like the story we kind of gave at the beginning, or like my situation as well, is like you never know when your period will come. Sometimes already when you've already had your period for the first time, or the first time, you never know. You could just be running around in the football grounds,
Yeah.
And so it's just good even in schools, like you're saying, public spaces, to just have these freely available for everyone. I feel it is so simple.
And I'm even, you know what? I'm so proud of the fact that I don't know about you, but the messaging I got around periods initially was in back in Cameroon was also it was kind of like a taboo. I'm glad we are able to talk about it so confidently now. But for a while in my teenage years, it was like, oh, never mention period, never talk about it. Kind of like, oh, I'm on my period. I'm on
Yeah.
my period.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
time of the month. You know?
All these words that we use. I remember some people saying it's called monkey something, menses. All these terms I learned later on, and I was like, wow. Yeah.
No, honestly, we need to do better
We need
as
to do
society.
better. Yeah. I think definitely at least the younger generation, I think people are a bit more open about talking about periods. But
Yeah.
I know it's not consistent everywhere in the world.
It's not.
But yeah, it's just so natural. Like farting, pooping. It, like we're saying, it happens like every day to
It
some
happens
people.
every day.
So it should be normal.
It should be normal. It's not a buzzword.
Yeah.
And it's not a derogatory term.
Not at all. So yeah, Globies, let us know your thoughts. You know, what was your messaging that you got when you first got your period? Or, if even if you're a man, like what was your idea of like periods before you even like learned about them? Let us know in the comments below.
And how did you react when you first found out that women get periods? I'm just nosy. I want to know.
Just curious. We just want to know. We just want to know. Right. Interesting discussion. So let's get into what actually works.
So after all that, you might be thinking, this feels like a huge problem. Is anything actually working?
Short answer, yes. But it's not just one neat fix wrapped up in a bow.
For example, Scotland made period products free for anyone who needs them. It's actually written into law.
Look at that. It's possible after all.
It is.
And it's kind of powerful because I feel like it is shifting from this idea of this is charity to this is a basic right.
And other countries have removed taxes on menstrual products, which in some respects start to address that whole luxury item nonsense.
And then obviously there are also programs that combine education with product access because actually when you do both, school attendance improves.
Okay, come through. But here's the thing. We don't talk about that enough. Not all period stories have to be negative.
Like in some communities, getting your first period is actually celebrated.
Okay.
Yeah.
For instance, in parts of Japan, families mark a girl's first period by sharing a special dish called sekihan. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. This red rice that symbolizes happiness and celebration.
Isn't that nice? And in some South Indian communities, there's a whole coming of age ceremony. Gifts, traditional outfits, like a full-on celebration of growing up. Huh? And who doesn't love a party?
We love a party.
I'd love a party.
About growing up.
Yeah.
And there's even a community in the Amazon where girls spend time learning about your culture and identity when they first get their period. And then they're welcomed back with a nice celebration.
So, in a way, periods can be framed as something meaningful, something worth acknowledging, not hiding.
Exactly. And I think that's the contrast, right?
Yeah. I think at the start of this episode, we talked about, a person who may be feeling shame, confusion, isolation.
And here we're talking about a girl who feels seen, supported, and like celebrated.
The same biological process, completely different experience.
Which kind of shows that this isn't just about biology. It's about how societies choose to respond to it.
Yes,
And that's on
and that's on period. So at the end of the day, like we're saying, it's not just limited to periods, tampons, pads.
It's about who gets to move through the world with dignity and who has to navigate it with barriers.
And honestly, again, once you start unpacking the layers, the cost, the stigma, infrastructure, you realize that this is, part of a much bigger conversation.
But at the same time, it's not hopeless. We've seen policies change. We've seen that communities can shift the narrative.
So maybe the question is, what kind of story do we want to tell going forward?
One of silence and struggle?
Or one where something completely natural is treated like it actually is normal.
Exactly.
And that does it for this episode, Globies.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for listening to this amazing period talk. Okay?
Yes. Little period piece for y'all.
A little peaceful. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. Make sure to follow us. If you haven't yet, let me just say,
Oh, here she comes.
if you haven't yet subscribed, I will personally take it
You're
offensively.
very afraid.
I would just think you hate me at this point.
Oh, wow. She went there.
I went there.
She went there. She took it actually personally.
I'm taking it personally.
She's taking it personally.
We are working hard every single day to make sure we produce content for you guys. So
Even
please,
through menstruation.
even through menstruation. Even through menstruation.
We show up here.
We show up here. And if you've made it this far, I'm sure you must be enjoying it, right? So please make sure to subscribe and like, comment, share on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, World Health Investigation. On social media like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at WHI_podcast.